Okay, next standard, standard 6, is about inequalities. What's that sign mean? That sign means greater than. How about that? It's less than. How about that? Greater than or equal. And that's less than or equal. Now I've got a couple easy ones. I want you to put the appropriate sign between the two numbers. Well, first off, 6 is obviously bigger than 3. So what happens is the sign needs to open up. It needs to open. It's like a mouth opening up towards the bigger number. Okay, -4, -8. Which one's bigger? -4 is bigger than -8, so it's got to open up that way. Greater. -4 is greater than -8. Okay, positives are always bigger than negatives, so, and 14's bigger here, positive, and that's obviously the bigger number. 6 is less than 14. What I did was I just completed the sentence to make it true. Okay, now here's what you're doing here. Determine whether the given number is a solution for the given inequality. And here it says 3 times y plus 5 is less than 20. Okay, y equals 5, so I need to put 5 in for the y. So 3 parentheses plus 5 is less than 20. So we'll put a 5 in there. Now first you need to multiply. 3 times 5 is 15. And then we have plus 5 is less than 20. 15 plus 5 is 20. Is 20 less than 20? No. For that to be true, so that's a no. It's not a solution. If we have the equals bar, it would be. Okay, if it's equal to, yeah, it would be, but it's not. Okay, 2 times m minus 4 is greater than or equal to 10. So I'm going to be putting -1 in for the m. So 2, -1. Minus 4 is greater than or equal to 10. If you want to make the minus 4 plus negative, go for it. So I find that product, 2 times -1 is -2, plus -4 is greater than or equal to 10. -2 plus -4 is -6. So now I'm down to 2 numbers. This is my bigger number. Does the sign open up towards the 10 like it's supposed to? No, it doesn't. So no, -1 is not a solution to that inequality. Okay, 4 times x plus 3 is greater than -9. So I need to, I don't know why that says c, it should say x. So we replace our x with the -4. So I find the product of 4 and -4, and that's -16 plus 3 is greater than -9. Okay, then I add those. -16 plus 3 is -13. Okay, so what's bigger? -13 or -9? I think -9 is. Does the sign open up towards -9 like it's supposed to? No. It doesn't, so no. Okay, 3 minus n, all divided by 2, is less than or equal to 4. Okay. So 3, and that's a minus, not a negative. Minus -6 over 2. Okay, and then 4. That minus negative will go plus plus. Now, since these are on top together, we actually have to add these first. 3 plus 6 is 9. So 9 divided by 2 is less than or equal to 4. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. Now, 4.5 is bigger. Does the sign open up towards 4.5 like it should be? No, it doesn't. So no, that's not true. We're on a losing streak here. They've all been no. Okay, 4n divided by n minus 3 is less than or equal to -11. Okay, so we replace those n's, and that's a minus 3. So remember that. It's not negative 3. So 4, and then we'll put negative 2 in for both of the n's. Okay, fix that minus, make it plus negative. And we do the multiplication here. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. So that's the top. And the bottom I need to add. Negative 2 plus negative 3 is negative 5. Okay, so negative 8 divided by negative 5 is going to be positive. It's going to be 1.6. What's bigger? Well, positive is always bigger than the negative. Does the sign open up towards the 1.6? No. Okay, next problem. Parenthesize that x. That x already has a parenthesis. So we're going to put negative 3 in for both the x's. Okay, negative 3 plus 6 is going to be 3. And then negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. What's bigger, 12 or negative 9? I think it's 12, okay? Does it open up towards the bigger number? Yes, it does. So finally we get a yes. Negative 3 is a solution to that inequality. Okay, the next part's really easy. Graph each inequality on a number line. So you make this number line, you put 0. The critical number is negative 2. Now that's less than. So we draw a line towards all the numbers that are less than negative 2. Okay, don't fill in the circle unless you have the equals to bar, which I don't. Okay, x is greater than or equal to 4. The critical number is 4. Now you can be equal to 4, so you fill it in with fill in the circle, and that's a greater than sign. So since it says greater than, we're going to the right with it. Z is greater than negative 3. The critical number is negative 3. You can't be equal to it, just greater than. So don't fill in the circle, and then make it greater than. Now, you have a little problem on this one. Your variable, whenever you have greater than or less than, your variable needs to come before the number. Okay? Here's what you do about this problem. Flip the sign and just switch them. Copy the F on that side, copy the negative 3 on the other side, and scribble that off then. You got to order it so the variable comes first in the sentence. You can be equal to it or less than. It's kind of like if you say Bob is taller than Bill. Well, if I put Bill first in that sentence and Bill is shorter than Tom, it goes opposite when you reorder it. Same thing here. The X is on the wrong side, so flip the sign to greater than, and then just copy your X on that side and copy negative 3/5 on the other. So X is greater than negative 3/5. You can be greater than, but not equal to. Okay, write an inequality for each graph. We're going to use the variable x, and the critical number here is 1. That's less than, so make a less than sign. It would not be equal to because it's not filled in. Make x, your critical number is negative 2. It goes greater than. Since it's filled in, you put the equals to bar under it. The critical number here is 0. It's greater than, but not equal to. 3, it's less than, it's filled in, so it's also equal to. Easy. Okay, the school auditorium can seat at, okay, it says define a variable, and we'll always have it be x, and write an inequality to model the situation. The school auditorium can seat at most 1,200 people. Simple question. Can you go over 1,200 people? No, you can't, so it's got to be less than. Now, can you have actually 1,200 people? Yes, so equal to. A competitor must, this one's confusing. A competitor must swim faster than 23 seconds to qualify. So seconds is x, there's your unit. Critical number's 23. Now, can I take more than 23 seconds and qualify? No, it has to be faster. So less than. Just put the equals to on story problems. That one technically, it would just be, I don't care if you put the equals to or not on these problems, to be honest with you. Student must type at least 65 words a minute to receive an A. Would it be okay to type more than 65 words in a minute? Yeah, so it's greater than. A light bulb can be no more than 75 watts to be safely used in a light fixture. So X, 75 is your critical number. Can you have more than 75? No. Less than, equal to. Okay. These are probably your hardest ones. Even they're not that hard. I want to do this one actually together. Parenthesize that. You're going to put negative 10 for M. And then another negative 10 minus 3. Get that minus out of there, make it plus name. Now, don't do the rainbows. That's idiotic. There's no X in there. Just add them. And then times these. Okay, negative 10 times negative 13 is 130. Sorry. Signs that. What's bigger? 130 is bigger. Does it open up towards the 130? It looks like a mouth. Does it eat the 130? No, it eats the wrong number. It's going to die if it eats the wrong number. So no.